I'm so stupid. I just talked for like 10 minutes without the record button on. Okay, I'll try again. So, snow's melting. Okay. We went the whole winter without the roof supports being finished. So today it's about plus 12 in here according to the thermometer. Frickin' sun is bright as frig. But going to be putting the 2x8 supports here at the end. This center wall here, I need to get some braces in between here because this is going 1x6 slot wall. I'm going to need to just figure out some kind of vapor barrier that doesn't light on fire very easy. Also got to brace it up here. Kind of the same style as this here in the center, maybe above these center beams. But the only issue is that we're going to put a 2 foot by 2 foot exhaust fan on the corner. There's no room for that no more, so we might put one of those whirly birds. I'm not too sure. But that's just a short version of what I did. Okay, so the idea of these double beams here, I will probably fill this in later in between these if I need to. But the idea is this, once these are lined up on the bottom, is I could put a telepost under it and jack up to the ceiling if I need to. Don't look at that. These are all like 2.5 inch screws. These are 6 inches, so I can't go deep or they stick out. So I got one into the top beam. Where they're laminated together. Well, you barely see those screws, hey? Hey, look, I can put my hands out there. That's the airflow up there. Oh, I can actually feel that. That actually is pretty good. I'll probably cut a block for in here later if I need to, and then a block in between here, and then I could do a 6x6 post to the ground. That's if I start noticing any sag in the roof or anything, but I don't know if we will. We'll see, but this is going to be good enough for now. Still got to put a few more screws on that side. And again, still got to do that side and a few other spots. But again, this is just emergency use. If we get 3 feet of snow or something up on the roof, that I can put a telepost or a beam underneath it and just stop it from ever wrecking the roof. And maybe if I put a shelving there, I might just integrate a telepost in. I don't know. I do not see any signs of sagging anywhere. But at the same time, it is probably better. And of course, some of my rafter cuts here left a little bit of a gap on one side, but you know, that's strictly my fault for not taking my time, you could say, but wasn't a rush. What do you say? But I mean, this is a double beam, and that's why the one side has a bit of a gap there. So yeah, it's not too bad. But anyway, there's a gap here. But on the other side does not. It's because, you know, having these beams, I joined these beams together before I put them up there, and they were a little bit rough shape, but nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. It was a rush. I mean, 3 months this building went up, and that's including the concrete time. So I'm going to say that's pretty good. Well, those are up. Now I got to decide if I want to put a board from the bottom of them, connecting them. Maybe an X pattern. Nah. Probably overkill. But getting colder. But I can tell you, it's a hell of a lot warmer up there. Feels so nice down here. But I'm sweating my ass off up there. So, okay. One more to do. But everything has to be moved. So this one will probably wait until tomorrow. Old junk pile here. And I just want to see. Those must be the ones I'm looking at. 21 by 7 by 10. Damn it. I was hoping those tires there were going to fit the front of the Boland's HT23. But they will not. That sucks. I don't know how that ATV tire ended up there. It's matching set to this guy. So, which does fit a Sears from the looks of it. But yeah, that one was a brand new tire. Still had the stuff on it, but it's so dry rotted. So that's a 22 by 11 by 8. So yeah, those ones are from the Land Cruiser, which clearly are very dry rotted. One's from my quad. Hey, still have some air in it, but damn it, that's the reason I wanted to come check out those tires before I order a set of new ones. But just an old garbage pile here, which will get cleaned up maybe this year. Originally, all this wood, the kids were going to make something out of it, but they kind of decided not to. And after building the platform, yeah, it kind of sucks. Also got to clean up that area later on this year. Somehow there's garbage in there, but that should only be mulch. That's a hole I dug with the loader just to fill up with, was going to be burnable stuff, but then the trees grew too quick. That's compost. But yeah, that kind of sucks. All the snow is almost gone, which is awesome. Well, I think the next project I'm going to start on is I'm going to start doing this wall. Need to pick up approximately two 2x6s. I could use the rough cut too, or even a pressure treated I got sitting down there. But basically, I just need to extend a couple studs up here so the wall has something to mount to. For the wall material, I was originally just going to use plywood. Already had 2 sheets of that stuff there. That came free when I bought the scaffolding because I complained on the shape of the scaffolding. But I think I'm going to use the 1x6s at the back. But I just did a thorough check walking around looking at the foundation. Nothing shifted, nothing broke. It is connected under here too. Kind of think I should have went a little bit higher here, but at the same time, that's just the gravel. That's actually low right here. But yeah, I went around, checked, no cracks anywhere. So that's a bonus. Seeing it was, you know, a rush job. So that's not a crack right there. That's just where the boards join together. But yeah, throughout the whole thing, I do not see a single crack anywhere. Yeah, I'm thinking this is the very rough 1x6s here. Some of them are 5.5, some of them are almost 7 inches wide, some of them are 3/4 inches thick, some of them are 1.5 inches thick. So yeah, they're not as straight or perfect than I thought when I ordered them. But again, rough cut stuff. It's not done on a bandsaw, it's done on a big circular blade, you could say. So that's just whip it through as fast as possible kind of thing. Also have quite a few of these guys. You can sure see which ones I sealed. You see the bottom? Those are the ones that I put sealer on, and the rest of them were not sealed. So yeah, the ones that are sealed did not crack. The other ones cracked, but at the same time, it's going to be used for shelving in the greenhouse. And I was thinking of doing the attachment that I'm thinking of building hopefully this year on the back. But yeah, first metal panel there went too low on this side. That kind of looks funny, hey? When I do my eaves and soffits, I'm going to have to trim all that and figure out how am I going to mount it to corrugated metal. But at the top here, you can see that it wasn't the nicest, but that one sheet there is pretty much a full-size sheet. But I think I got enough. I'll just have to get the trim material. It's going to have to be like 6-inch trim material maybe, or maybe 4-inch will still work, because I still got to put a board on the end of those where the rafters stick out. Pretty sure I can figure that out, but let's move some tractors into here temporary. Lots of junk to go through. A couple rotor tillers for the Sears. Right now I was tempted to sell those guys. You know, one technically was running, but I never even bothered, and they've been thrown around quite a bit. So one of them should technically really be kind of ready to go, and the other one probably not. They do both turn over, but... And then the old Sears here, this is the one I was cutting grass with the China engine. A couple old snow blowers, just good for parts. That one there was the goodish snowblower, but the best one's still in Winnipeg, the city. But so many projects to get done, and no idea when I'll get them done. Hello, buddy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You're not afraid of me. Hello, buddy. I'm gonna call him gone now. I still see him, but It's literally a few days later, and yeah, not a drop of snow. It's a bonus. Just going through the hoard pile, moving shit around. Some of the 1x6s are in the shop now, stacked up, sorted. Letting them dry up, and I just feel fucking rain. Are you kidding me? It's fucking raining. Really? Look at that, eh? Freaking raining. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that kind of sucks. Should be okay for a bit. Might drag this guy inside. I don't even know if this engine turns over. I think it did when I got it. Mostly the 3-point hitch is why I bought this tractor, but it also came with a spare mower deck and a few spare attachments. But yeah, that sucks. Just freaking starts raining. Like, come on. Well, I guess it's time to take a look at this old crusty and rusty mower deck here. Measure 70 inches across. That's including this lip here, which I'm actually tempted to cut off and block off, turn her into a mulcher. My allergies would probably like it to mulch, maybe. I don't know. Need less air, but looking her over, and I'm seeing, yeah, that's not good, hey? That, at least I know that one's going to come off easy. Need to see what belts I need. That bearing's, yeah, a little worn, but I mean, it wasn't making too much noise. But I got to go through it, kind of see. Technically, I might just crank the blades back on, sharpen them up, and run her until she breaks. Make sure there's oil in the gearbox at least. But freaking was looking at this guy. I used her last, and she folded up one of the augers on her. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's the factory bolt that they used as a shear bolt when I ordered it, or got it. This one I replaced. So, yeah, it looks like a bitch to change. You probably got to maybe split the whole thing to get the shaft for it. I don't know. I think I'll just bend it straight, weld it up, and maybe change it later. But some wood's in here, but that's all going to be used for this wall here. Temperature wise, it's pretty toasty in here. That's with the door open. But just got to go through some shit, get some stuff ready to go. It is windier as frig. Super windy today. But the idea is I'm going to take the tiller, till up the grass here, till up the grass right here, because this is driveway, not grass. So I was going to till up in front of the dog pen here, but I think I'll leave that for now, let this stay as grass. And then you can kind of see where the driveway loop around is normally here, but yeah, it's definitely, you slap me in the ass when I go through. It's definitely windy. I was tempted to till this up here, in between here, but I might just let this go back to grass. I don't really know yet, but yeah, the tin's slapping pretty good. But the idea is to till up the grass, get rid of it because wood ticks. That's one reason, and because it would look better. So under here, all this grass has to be taken out. Gravel has to be spread out. Ugh. Don't you slap me. But whew, it's warm in here. Very warm in here. Even with that blowing open like that. That's pretty good in here. So, but I got lots of shit I got to do. All this wood, I think I showed this already. The metal where this was, this is slapping and flapping in the wind. But never got anything done yesterday, so I'm going to start getting some shit done. After that, we got the garden hose hooked up temporary. I might give the old Boland's a scrub down, get some of the shit off it, see if I can maybe track down the leak. Mower deck, I got another couple weeks before we ought to cut and before all the, you know, bees and everything come out. But that mower deck, definitely got to get something done with that. But so much to do. Maybe take this guy out for a cruise still. I really don't know, but I don't know. Pretty sure I'm not going to get a quarter of the shit done that I plan to do. So we'll see. I don't think I'll move this today, but maybe I will. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting pretty windy out there. Neighbors must hate that, hey? One day one of those are going to go flying. I just know it. We'll see. Sold that tiller I had today. A guy came and picked that up. He drove 2 hours to come buy a tiller for 75 bucks that isn't running, but I mean, it probably would run if I would have just, you know, pulled the cord a few times. I used it to till the garden like 4 years ago and then let it sit, so we'll see. I didn't even check if the seat was wet. Probably was. Way too windy out here. This guy has to warm up a few more seconds before I do much, but I gotta do quite a bit of shit. Maybe I'll start my towing right here. Now I'll wait till I move the Land Cruiser. I don't want it to sink. We'll drive this around for a few seconds to warm her up a bit, even though it's pretty warm out. That tire is super floppy and loose. Gotta also fix this. I had trenches here for the water drain. But get back to you guys later, I guess. Oh, no more belt slipping. She's working great. So decided we're gonna gravel all up to here. A little bit of soil came up, so I just tilled it again, and all the soil fell down. So I got underground cables here, but I'm pretty sure I let the kids dig them, but I'm pretty sure they went deep enough. First time I go slow in low range. Quite a bit of cubic rocks, but you know, it's working pretty good. You see a bunch of wood there. Again, this was an old forest that burnt down where my house is, so we'll see. Sure hope I'm not going to catch my surveillance wires. I might have poked logs on top of the wires, so we'll see. But she's going good. And then after I will not have to worry about mowing on top of the gravel and sending rocks flying everywhere, hopefully. This was nice and flat looking a few seconds ago. Proxy. Went to took the packer. Still got...
peeing on my fresh. Holy.
I know. Yeah. Just freaking destroyed it. Proxy. Proxy. A little bit of soil that came up here, so that's going to be torn out, put other places, but that's going to get gravel on top of it, and grass is still going to be in the line there sooner or later, but kind of hard to Proxy see right now, but poo-poo. Well, I guess I'll turn this off. Proxy. Proxy. You're afraid of this? You like these? She's in her non-eaty mood right now. Proxy. Proxy. I know you want it. It's a frozen chicken wiener. Normally her favorite. Every year, every spring, she gets in this mood that she doesn't want to eat. Ha. You going to eat it now? I got to chase you. I don't want to make you choke on it. She's finally going to eat it. This was about 10 minutes to get her to actually start eating that thing. Oh, Proxy, you are such a brat. Finally going through the horde. Cleaning shit up here and yeah, ready to go to my place. Slowly. What a freaking mess. Holy shit, hey? And this is only a quarter of it. Yeah, sure. Can take off in third gear, hey? How about second? There's like 3 more deer up ahead. That one wasn't very scared. Oh, these ones might be. They're kind of walking in the bush already. Meow. You chicken shit. Same with you standing behind it. Yep. You know it's spring when the deers are everywhere. Holy, starting to look like a greenhouse in here. Like, come on. All these boards will be gone probably today. But somebody's making a plan. Holy. That's the expansion for the garage. This is the garage. But all this here was meant to be fancy shelving that we built. But, you know, we kind of just cheated for now. But it's going to get warm in here pretty quick. Girlfriend says it was 38 in here 3 days ago. So for ventilation, I got the squirrel cage right here. This guy that I'm going to, I think probably the best location would probably be right here. Strap it up there, and then I'll put a sheet of metal to duct it right out in there. I think that'll be the easiest way to take care of that, but we'll see. But other than that, this area got tilled up. The lawn pulled out here. Still a lot of shit to haul out of here. But you can see where the grass is going to start. Driveway. Tilled up where my truck was, but lots to get done. A lot of cleaning. And got to move this guy probably later on today. And don't know if I'll till up underneath there, but I don't want grass growing. Nowhere in this section anyway. A lot of people out this weekend, that's for sure. It's just crazy with people flying by on toys. She's a windy one, and it's raining today, but just getting this wall up here. Using going through these. These, you could say are pretty rough, a lot of them, but it looks okay. Again, this is meant to be like a rough-looking barn wood. Surprisingly stayed pretty straight besides that one board. The last board right there went to split on me, but you can see it follows that top double plate until right about there, and then it jumps up. So it's just that little guy there. Wish I had a planer or an edger, I guess, but it's looking okay. Well, that's as far as I got. And still pouring rain like a son of a bitch. Just got some tools to bring in above the door. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do there. Got to decide how to go up to the ceiling now. I definitely need to frame something, but I don't know. I could just technically have the pieces going straight, but there's a little bit of light gappage going through, but not too big of a deal. But I got to decide, do I want to put tar paper or just silicone, or how I want to fill that in. But yeah, it kind of seems a little bit more private in here now. That's sweet.
So I think this is a completely normal situation.
You guys see the difference?
The engine oil temperature is just over 85 degrees Celsius.
Wow. What a difference. It's amazing what 15 years of dirt looks like, hey? Well, I might as well make a little bit of an update. Seeing the old man decided to go buy some frozen chicken. Old man retired. I'm not sure if you guys watched his video or not. And he actually started cleaning the door. Yeah, that's this garage was built in 2007-8. So yeah, that's 15 years roughly of dirt. And now that my garage is almost completed, I'm starting to haul out some of my junk. Projects like the dune buggy transmission, There's the differential there. I was going to get a super diff for her and a few other things. So natural transmission's up there. That's the original one if you're new to my channel. She split right in half. The other chunk's down in the bottom there. But the old Snapper racing tractor I started building, what, 9 years ago? And yeah, it might be 8 years ago. I don't know. It's kind of still sitting down here. Couple Pioneer P40 chainsaws, couple steel MS200Ts, 4 of them up there, and a whole pile of parts to get them going. Cylinder head right there for the Land Cruiser. That came from FridayParts.com. They sent it to me. I just had to pay shipping, so I should really start getting off my ass and making some videos. But lots of shit here, and a whole pile of shit underneath here, including the Doom Buggy engine. And some people were asking me about the old Kubota generator, if I still had it. Long story short is, yeah, there's some of it back there. It's mostly an empty case. I sold the diesel engine out of her and the generator head, because my plan for that is 6-horse diesel, and that generator head was showing up back there. So I want to make a smaller generator that's a 4,000 watt generator head, but it's only going to turn, my diesel engine runs 3,600 RPM. Well, you can get them up to 4,000, but I don't want it to run more than 2,000. So I'm only going to be able to get about half. I'll be able to get a full 15 amp, maybe a full 20 amp plug going on her, and quiet. But so much shit to go through. So much shit to go through. Just bringing out little bits at a time. Scrap pile I got to get going. I got the parts washer buried in there. I got my big cabinet sandblaster back there. A bunch of shit up there. So much to bring out. It's like, I didn't want to bring any of this shit out until the garage was insulated, you know, doors. So most of it's going to sit inside. That's why I'm kind of boxing it up. But yeah, that's definitely a lot of shit that I got to move. And the shed's full. I got 2 more diesel engines up there, and I think 3 more in the shed. So I should have enough diesel engines for my projects. But yeah, again, tons of shit I need to do. And I'm just going to bring out like half a truckload at a time. I think that's going to be the easiest way. And you think out of all the junk I decided to bring, I'd bring a chainsaw. But no. See how bad this one's going to be? Oh, that one's going to be easy to move, just not with the camera in my hand. Yeah, it's a trail I normally take to my house. So, this tree looks pretty rotten. Yeah, that'll be easy to move. Just need 2 hands. Yeah, it was pretty windy, that's for sure. It only took a few seconds. That's not too bad. But man, the exhaust leak on my truck is getting a little bit worse, hey? Right, poo-poo? Is the exhaust leak getting a little worse? Do you smell it? Yeah. Definitely only want to go down these trails after it rained, and it rained yesterday, so. I should have moved that one too, but I could get around it. It's definitely nice and quiet on these trails. Actually surprised that there's no one riding around. To be honest, I don't actually see anyone that often, but a couple trees down here. This one actually fell down last year. It looks like it's kind of dying. But right, poo-poo. Got a little bit of a clunk in the front end starting too, so that's something else I'm going to have to look at before I drop a ball joint, technically, or tie rod down a trail. That would kind of suck. Ball joint would suck the most, I think. Tie rod, I could kind of work with that, but ball joint, if it pops out, yeah, that's kind of a bad thing. Could also be my shocks, technically. They're been leaking for a while, you could say, but I mean, it passes the bounce test. But that doesn't mean they're not getting clunky, so I don't know. But yeah, all this leaves starting to come in on the trees. You know, it's spring. In not tomorrow or the next day, but I think 3 days from now it's meant to be high of plus 28. So yeah, it's gonna get a little bit warm. That's for sure. So I'm gonna work on the greenhouse a little bit more this weekend. I got a furnace blower that I'm gonna mount up in the rafters. So that should cool it down pretty quick in there, because girlfriend was already saying that it got up to 38 in there when it was plus 21 outside, I think. So yeah, it's definitely going to be warm. A little bit wet here, but I'm not worried about that, of course. But yeah, there's one thing I do, well, not the garbage, but I do miss coming out here. Yep, trails are nice. Nice to see they're all finally open. I guess I've been driving them for the last week or two, but technically just didn't make a video, so. But might pull out the quad this weekend. Might go do some target shooting, not too sure yet. But just kind of thought I'd give a quick little bit of an update. That doesn't look that bad. Now that the grass is slowly starting to green. You can sure see sand here and soil-ish back there, but definitely need some grass seed, maybe some trim here, but and maybe some around that tank because it never grows grass properly there. Building a fence line right there. Doesn't leave much room here for a vehicle to go through, but we'll see. Well, it's definitely a little warm in here. Yeah. So the plan is for this weekend, that furnace blower right there, it's going to get mounted up in the rafters. It's funny, this side here doesn't feel so hot. But it'll be a lot cooler once I get that wall finished. But blower motor's going to go up there and a few other things. But a bunch of hoard from my dad's. I got to bring half of this shit inside, go through it. Most of those are literally full of tractor parts. Nuts and bolts and shit. But yeah, a lot of shit to go through. Well, I can say one more thing. It is a lot hotter up here. You touch the roof, it is like, whew, that's hot to the touch. Kind of sealing off the vent there. Just some old aluminum tape, a couple holes there. And that guy's going to be mounted here. And basically, I'm going to seal off in between here and it's going to vent it right out of that hole. So, and then after the bottom of these, I'll put a probably plywood across it to blow air out that way. And of course, where the tin is, I'll have to adjust the flow a bit. But come winter time, I'm going to block it off there, cut a vent to go into here to blow some heat. We'll see. Well, it's mounted here, but the rest of it's all floppy and loose, so I'm definitely going to have to do some braces. Yeah, right in here it's not the best. Damn near almost put a screw through right here, through the roof. I, instead of stopping it and putting it in reverse, that's what got me in the hair. Freaking sap leaking everywhere. Damn near put it through the roof, but I stuck that guy through and I never hit the screw hole, but that's good. So that means I never went through. I mean, as I shoved it through up here, seeing if I could hit this screw, but looks like I'm good there. Maybe I should have gave this a cleaning first, hey? I was actually going to paint it, but you know, girlfriend's sleeping, don't have time to wait for her to wake up, so it's just going to go up here the way it is. Most of it's going to be hidden. I got my wires all sticking out here, so for the it's a 3-speed fan, so basically you can switch to different modes, which is surprisingly was written up on there. Or is it down here? It's down here. Yeah. So the old man wrote this. This was before he bought the new furnace. He just put this motor in, so it's good to go for quite a few years. It's far enough away, I don't think I'll ever have to worry about any kind of problems, but, you know, we'll see. So for now, I'm going to probably mount the junction box on the bottom here, and I'm going to go BX wire, because I have some right there, and run it down. We'll see. And technically, you know, I'm probably going to make it just plug in for now. So maybe I'll just hook back up the old cord. I don't know yet. I got to decide. It's a little warm up here. I can't see what temperature it is anymore, but it was like 35 down there. So it's probably damn near 40 up here, and I'm kind of sweating my ass off. Yeah. And the good thing about having a pan-tilt zoom camera, I can verify I did not drill through anywhere. And I was drilling at this mark. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to guess that's just dirt right there. But yeah, everything looks good because this is the height I was drilling at. So not down here. So, and that's in between. So that's just dirt on there. Oh, that's actually dirt on my TV. But yeah, that works out pretty good. So definitely is nice having the pan tilt zoom camera. That's for sure. Ooh, trying to see through my screen now is making it a bit harder, but definitely like that. She has a pretty good blow to her. Holy shit. Still got to brace it up more. Just got a extension cord hooked up to it for now. A couple of upside down tomato plants. But wow. I can feel the blow here, but it's, of course, I got to duct it all the way out the rafters, but let the fan run for a bit. I wonder if I'll blow the breaker if I turn on this. It's on the same plug. What do you guys think? 9.5 amps. Huh, I'm going to try a cut. I'm just wondering. That's what, a 500 watt motor up there? Yeah. So, huh. We'll see. Huh. Even without the ducting, there's a good blow coming out of there. That's pretty good. Yeah, looking up online, this guy is anywhere from 75 watts to about 400 watts. So it's at max right now, so that's 400 watts. I left the blue wire hanging there so I could set it to medium, easy. So, yeah, it's not bad. Now I gotta go get some permanent wire for her and probably have a switch right around there. Oh, I mean, pattern might not be exactly perfect, but it's working. It's just where I ended that side. Also filled in the gaps at the top there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but got the fan just running on the lowest setting now. And it's definitely helping with temperatures, like 22 in here now. And yeah, it's not looking that bad. Yeah, I know, the studs stick out. I don't care. I'm gonna put shelving in between that anyway. Or I might kind of build like from those out and make like room for boxes. I don't know. But coffee break time. Just out doing a little bit of hiking, walking around. Girlfriend is behind me quite a ways. But yeah, such a nice day. A little toasty and warm, but definitely is warm today. So nice out here. This is one of the areas that I come out and do a lot of hunting in, and just wanted to kind of take a look and see how everything changed for this year. Yeah, it's like 6 in the morning, and thought I'd just make a quick update on how this went. One day I'm going to come in here in the morning and find an animal living in here. So, wow. Do you see these balls of sap? Wow. It is dripping sap like crazy, but that's how the wall looks so far. Just got to bring in my tools because I'm going to work for a day or two. That board up there is up top. That one is down a little bit. That's because of the tracking that's going to go up there. Still got to do above the door, but bunch of trees. But that looks pretty decent. It's not a no 100%, that's for sure. I got a spider web right here. Blower fan is melted, just not tightened up yet. Oh, kind of dark in here. Definitely darker in here. You can see there's light gaps between it. But that should help with the heat slightly from that end to this side. I bet you it's going to stay a lot cooler in here now. As for the door, still deciding what I'm going to do for that. I just thought I'd give just a quick update on this. And other than that, not much else has changed. Besides a little bit of landscaping here, got rid of, well, a girlfriend helped, of course, or did a lot of it. I just tilled it up. But there's the big hill that used to be right here, so smoothed that end up. This end, starting to get ready to put in a new fence there. But other than that, everything looks pretty good. You can actually see the line that it was tilled up to. Next weekend, gonna move the Land Cruiser, chop up all that grass underneath it, and possibly start trenching from the pole to the garage. Just still deciding if I want to put a 100 amp service in there or not, but we'll see.